will now start our program. May we request everyone to pause and bow our heads for the invocation, to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Bless us all, O Lord, we pray, for loved ones here and near and far away, and everyone for whom we pray. Keep us safe each night and day, the homeless who have no place to stay, those who are suffering in any way, the dying, those mourning or grieving, and all who need God's mercy. Keep us safe, Heavenly Father, when we are at home or traveling on our way, or when we are vulnerable or in danger in any way. Most merciful Father, hear us as we pray for the souls in purgatory or who may be sent there someday. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang binirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo bagaw, ay nilagang tula, kawit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang atawag mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magtitingin. Lumanang araw ng warhabit pagsikta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng partay pag-aamit, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
May I now call on the President of the Management Association of the Philippines, Mr. Gigi Montinola, to preside over today's MAP Annual General Membership Meeting.
Good afternoon, everyone. I now call this MAP Annual General Membership Meeting to order. At this point, may I request our Secretary, Ms. Maan Hontiveros, to certify to the sending of notices to the members and the existence of a quorum for this meeting.
Mr. Chair, I certify that notices of this MAP Annual General Membership Meeting have been sent to the members, and there are present in person more than 20% of the total number of members. Mr. Chair, based on my list, at least 245 or 23% of the total MAP membership of 1,063 are joining today's MAP Online Annual General Membership Meeting.
Thank you, Maan. On the basis of the Secretary's report, the MAP Annual General Membership Meeting is duly convened. At this point, we proceed to the next order of business, which is the approval of the MAP membership of the minutes of last year's Annual General Membership Meeting, which was held on November 23, 2020. The minutes have been sent to all MAP members and have been posted in the new MAP website. The Chair now entertains a motion for the approval of the minutes.
Mr. President, as Secretary of the MAP, I move for the approval of the minutes of the November 23, 2020 MAP Annual General Membership Meeting as sent by the Secretariat to the members.
I second the motion, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Francis?
I second the motion.
Okay.
Hello, I second the
There
motion.
being, yes, thank you. There being no objection, we now consider the minutes of the November 23, 2020 MAP Annual General Membership Meeting as approved by the MAP membership.
Many thanks to the MAP membership for approving the minutes of the November 23, 2020 MAP Annual General Membership Meeting. Thank you all.
Deliver the President's report for today's MAP Annual General Membership Meeting. May I call on the President of FEU and the President of the Management Association of the Philippines, Mr. Gigi Montinola.
Our honoree for today, Ambassador Carlos Chan, and all other distinguished MAP Management Man of the Year awardees, MAP past presidents, friends from the government, diplomatic corps, academia and media, outgoing and incoming MAP Board of Governors, fellow MAP members, guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very important day for the MAP. We are not only conducting our annual general membership meeting, but we are also conferring the Management Man of the Year 2021 on a person who is most deserving and well chosen for the recognition. But before we proceed with the awarding ceremony, please allow me first to make my report, which is required of me as the outgoing president of the MAP. Our detailed annual report showing our accomplishments under this year's theme of, quote, the Great Reset, leading for the common good, will just be uploaded into the MAP website. Allow me, however, to highlight some activities and programs. MAP theme and priority programs. As I stressed in my inaugural address, we highlighted 5 national crises this year: health, COVID-19; economic, negative GDP growth and unemployment; environmental, irreversible climate change; education, learning crisis; and social justice, 4.5 million families and 18 million poor. As I also highlighted in my inaugural address, quote, we are a vibrant, purposeful, and well-meaning national private sector association, and together we can make a significant impact on the health, economic, environmental, education, and social justice front. We're also a constructive partner of government and a helpful supporter of value-adding non-governmental organization causes, unquote. For the health crisis, we devoted 1 general membership meeting to discuss the vaccine program and 1 webinar to assist MAP members who purchased Moderna vaccines and advise them in developing and implementing a workforce vaccination program. Policy-wise, MAP issued statements on prioritizing for employees and teachers for COVID-19 vaccination programs, promoting a vaccinate program, and then advocating mobility incentives for the fully vaccinated. Fortunately, the Metro Manila mayors and the IATF listened to our suggestions. For members' well-being, we also conducted an MAP Virtual Steps Challenge, both as a walking exercise program and a CSR exercise. On the economic side, our inaugural GMM featured DOF Secretary Carlos Dominguez, where we both outlined our need to focus on economic measures to stimulate the economy. Among others, we worked together to help influence the passage of the CREATE bill, which lowers corporate income taxes for, among others, our own MAP members. We also issued statements on bank deposit secrecy bill amending the Public Service Act, and initiatives to open the Philippine economy. We also were instrumental in complying with hard ECQ lockdowns while laying the groundwork for massive vaccination in the NCR and constant dialogue with the IATF to slowly right the conditions for various alert levels and a gradual opening of the economy. We are fortunate that NCR vaccination is in the 86% range and that the authorities have gradually reduced alert levels to 2 in the NCR and many other regions. For the environment, COP26 in Glasgow has highlighted what extreme steps are needed to be done in this critical decade for climate change. While small, the Philippines itself hopes to do its share, particularly if assisted by financing from the more developed countries. MAP assisted with a GMM on, quote, addressing the climate crisis, unquote, and supporting Liter of Light's Light It Forward challenge and adopting a green EDSA, makeover of EDSA into a tree-lined landscaped corridor with walkable sidewalks and bus lanes. For education, given all the abysmal international education surveys and the government mandate for full remote learning, MAP held 2 general management meetings on our education learning crisis, together with the Philippine Business for Education. With face-to-face learning slowly being allowed next year, this will become an important topic for MAP's next board. Social justice. Shared prosperity is a major MAP policy goal, and we therefore held 2 GMMs on addressing hunger, as well as a joint GMM with PMAP on leapfrogging digital talent development. Looking forward, we joined Election 2022 Coalition in its call to convince 7 million young and deactivated voters to register for the 2022 national elections. We also convened a GMM inclusive of the COMELEC, NAMFREL, the Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting, Ateneo School of Government, and others to talk through how to work together for clean and fair elections next year. The Great Reset, leading for the common good. To put all of this into perspective and to pursue MAP's mission of promoting management excellence for nation building, your 2021 MAP Board of Governors consistently focused on 3 priority programs under the theme of, quote, the Great Reset, leading for the common good, unquote. 1, to safely reopen the economy. 2, for shared prosperity and ESG, environmental, social, and governance. And 3, to enhance member benefits via best practice sharing. We believe that we have adequately fulfilled this task. To safely reopen the economy, we were vocal from the start on a vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate advocacy for A4 employees, holding 3 general membership meetings on the subject and promoting mobility incentives for the fully vaccinated. Using both diplomatic back-channeling, media interviews, and networking with other business organizations, we contributed to the IATF LGU decisions to ramp up NCR vaccination compliance to the 86% level and to gradually ease up on community quarantine capacity restrictions to restore productive economic activity in the National Capital Region. For shared prosperity and promoting ESG, our active National Issues Committee, co-chaired by Risa Mantaring and Francis Lim, signed or co-signed 40 statements, 20 of which covered our key MAP policy themes, 7 on health, 7 on the economy, 3 on the environment, 2 on social justice, and 1 on education. We also joined panel discussions on independent directors creating shared value, ensuring clean, honest, accurate, meaningful, and peaceful elections, and on the Philippine business community's covenant for shared prosperity. But it was in member benefits and best practice sharing that we believe we performed our best. Our hyperactive committee chairs organized 15 GMMs and 130 webinars, 20% of which were organized by the MAP. This also more than doubled last year's output of 60 information and discussion sessions. We established a new modern website, introduced an Oracle NetSuite automated accounting system, and created an audit committee. We also assisted 135 members in securing 118,000 Moderna vaccine doses through the ICTSI Foundation. We remain financially strong with a solid balance sheet of 73 million in assets, 63 million in cash, and a positive income result this year. Of interest is 6 million savings from no face-to-face meetings, which in turn we translated into funding our new MAP website and contributing 1.3 million for voter registration and 1 million for voter education. Our thanks to MAP Treasurer Marivic Españo for a job well done even during this second year of the pandemic. MAP membership has been steady at 1,066 as 89 new members offset 67 resigning members and 16 who unfortunately passed away, including past presidents Ramon de Macali and Ramon C. Women members slightly increased to 240 members or 23%, while members below 50 remained at 167 or 15% of the total. Average age of regular members dropped slightly to 57, while total members stayed at around 62. 3 new announcements. As approved by the MAP board at its meeting on November 9, Deloitte will be our new external auditor. Isla Lipana has had to step down as our external auditor due to the election of its chair emeritus, Alex Cabrera, as an MAP director for 2022 to 2023. KPMG Noel Bonoan and PNA Grant Thornton Marivic Españo are likewise disqualified due to existing officership positions in this year's MAP board. We thank Isla Lipana for a job well done the past 13 years. Second, we are happy to announce our new Board of Governors for 2022 for both the MAP and the MAP Research and Development Foundation. We had the highest turnout of 46%, or 490 voters out of 1,060 MAP members during the election period. Attorney Alex Cabrera of Isla Lipana, Mrs. Vicky Garchitorena Arpon of Family, Philanthropy, and Corporate Social Responsibility, Dr. Shell Habito of Brain Trust, Inc., and Dr. Donald Lim of Dito CME Holdings have been elected new governors for 2022 to 2023, replacing outgoing governors Attorney Noel Bonoan, Attorney Danicon Concepcion, Mrs. Marivic Españo, and yours truly. For 2022, we will have another all-star cast of 9 eminently qualified governors to lead us in these post-pandemic times. Our MAP members have spoken and have elected another first-class set of 2022 governors. Incoming president will be Fred Pascual. Incoming vice president will be Donald Lim. Incoming treasurer will be Wilson Tan. Continuing Assistant Treasurer will be Romy Bernardo. Continuing Secretary will be Maan Hontiveros. And Assistant Secretary will be Alex Cabrera. Finally, and most importantly, our third announcement is the main subject of today's General Management meeting, the formal conferring of the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021 on Ambassador Carlos Chan. Ambassador Chan was chosen for his business acumen and management qualities in transforming a local cornstarch repacking business into an international snack manufacturing company, for being an exemplar of the Filipino entrepreneurial spirit that is globally competitive, for demonstrating patriotism, and for helping enhance the country's image by carrying the Philippine flag with pride in all his business operations abroad, and for his leadership role in the substantial contributions of the Liwayway Group to national development through technology improvement, product development, skills training, job creation, and income generation, among others. Some final thank yous. At this point, I would like to thank the members of the 2021 Board of Governors, Vice President Noel Bonoan, Treasurer Marivic Españo, Assistant Treasurer Romy Bernardo, Secretary Maan Hontiveros, and able governors Danicon Concepcion, Fred Pascual Babe Singson, and Wilson Tan for their wisdom and guidance in helping me lead the MAP through a very challenging pandemic period. My special appreciation and gratitude go to our 2021 committee chairs and vice chairs who unselfishly devoted time and energy in driving most of MAP's programs and activities. Of particular mention are Risa Mantaring, who served as both National Issues Committee co-chair and MAP spokesperson, Malu Cristobal, who led us through a spotless election process, Hil Chua and Susan Dimacali for spearheading our eye-catching new MAP website, and to Conference Chairs International CEO Conference Chair Alma Jimenez and Next Gen Conference Chair Donald Blim. Most Valuable Player Award, as always, goes to our indefatigable Executive Director Arnold Salvador and his hardworking management team. Aside from their usual corporate duties, they doubled MAP's webinar output with effectively the same set of staff, and they assisted the special projects of Moderna vaccine procurement, relationship with other business organizations, and virtual membership management. MAP is fortunate that we have the best and the most cohesive business organization management team. In this light, may I reiterate my request for all MAP members to continue supporting the incoming board in pursuing MAP's mission of promoting management excellence. Over the year, I have been most impressed with the quality and depth of the organization, and we will need all these next year during our crucial national elections year. Finally, I would like to thank the MAP membership for the opportunity to steer our organization as your 72nd MAP President. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang MAP.
Thank you, Mr. Montenola. In order to take advantage of this occasion to induct new MAP members, may I call on the Senior Legal Counsel of Accra Law and the Chair of the MAP Membership Committee, Attorney Francis Lim.
May I now read the names of the inductees. Mr. Goy Builu, Counselor and Senior Trade Commissioner of the Canadian Embassy in the Philippines. Line of Business, Diplomatic Services, sponsors, myself and Ms. Risa Mantaring. Second, Dennis Gorkun, President of PMFTC, Line of Business, Manufacturer of Tobacco Products. Sponsors are yours truly and Ms. Mantaring. The third one, Dr. Maria Teresita Tata Pastor Bedado, President of Asia Pacific College, Line of Business, Education. Sponsors, Mrs. Susan Di Bacali and Marian B. Hontiveros. Number fourth, Mr. Frederick Ong, President and CEO of Pepsi Cola Philippines Inc., Line of Business, Manufacturer of Beverages and Snacks. Sponsors, yours truly and Ms. Mantarin. And lastly but not the least, Mr. Lee Hao Zhuang, President and CEO of FW Insurance Philippines, Line of Business, Insurance. Sponsors are Attorney Manuel Bonoan and myself. At this point, I would like to call on our MAP President, Gigi Montinola, to lead the online induction of our new members.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do hereby solemnly pledge that I will perform well and faithfully, to the best of my ability, my duties as a regular member in order to contribute to the achievement of the objectives of the Management Association of the Philippines. So help me God. Congratulations and welcome to the MAP.
Congratulations to the new MAP members. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for the next part of our program, which is the awarding ceremony for the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021. The former press secretary and presidential spokesman, the former president and CEO of Weber Shandwick Worldwide, a columnist of the Philippine Star, the host of One News Channel's Titans, the former SVP for Public and Regulatory Affairs of Felix Mining, and he is the COO of Silangan Mindanao Mining, the Managing Director, MVP Group Media Bureau, and now the Director of Government Relations and Public Affairs of Metro Pacific Investments Corporation. A big hand please for Attorney Mike Toledo.
I think we're on.
Hi, Attorney Mike. You're on screen.
Okay, because I didn't hear the introduction. So I guess we are on. So good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maayong udto kaninyong tanan. Welcome again to the MAP Management Man of the Year awarding. And do you know that apparently I was informed by our very efficient group secretariat, of course, headed by Arnold Salvador. Apparently, this is my 15th. So that's 15th consecutive year as the host of this very important annual event of the MAP. I could hear the virtual applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But of course, that can't compare with the warmth of your smiles and hearing you really clap when you think it's worth clapping too. But indeed, thank you so much for that. Since the MAP is like the Oscars for the executives, the managers, the business tycoons, the business leaders, the business gurus. And according to Francis Lim, the Phoenix is like the Oscars for the top CFOs. So I checked out those hosting the Oscars for the past couple of years, and I found out that Bob Hope actually hosted the Oscars for 19 times. And next to that is the famous Billy Crystal, who hosted it for 9 times. I am sure you guys know who Billy Crystal is. Remember when Harry Met Sally? And he's a very good comedian. So I intend, with your indulgence, to break the record of Bob Hope and hopefully host the MAP Management Man of the Year to more than just 19, but maybe 20 times or more. I recently hosted a Phoenix CFO event, ING CFO awardee event, and they did the hybrid type of event, of the awarding ceremony. So perhaps that is something that the MAP could also consider, because we had, or Phoenix had, a few people inside the ballroom at the New World Hotel, and they were properly health-wise checked out. The health protocols were followed to the hilt. And at the same time, we had every member, and I think more than 600 or more participants were online. So in a way, there was something different there. You could see the crowd, you could talk to people. It is similar perhaps to what MVP mentioned, that like players playing in a bubble where you don't really get to hear much of the crowd. So, but I think it's a move forward, something perhaps to consider. And I just want you to know that prior to this, I also hosted a Strat-based Pilipinas conference event. So I did not have time to change costumes. Secretary Albert Del Rosario was there, as well as, of course, Ramon Del Rosario, who will be acknowledging later on, were in that event as well. And we're hoping that this event, although still virtual, will not lose its importance to each and every one of us. And of course, we're hoping that by next year, it will be much different. Now, our Management Man of the Year awardee is a good friend of mine. In fact, that is one of the reasons why I immediately accepted the invitation to host this. We met in one of the state official dinners to China in a breakfast meeting of sorts. And I was very much amazed with his self-effacing manner, humility, and kindness. He invited me to visit some of his factories in Shanghai, and I did visit that, and I was very proud to see the Philippine flag flying over Chinese soil. So our friendship flourished. He invited me to go to Shanghai again, and as you know, he has 30 factories throughout the globe. And one great takeaway that I have when I met our Management Man of the Year awardee, aside from learning a lot of things, his vision, his self-effacing character, his humility and perseverance, is the fact that I get a humongous amount of Oishi or Oishi products every Christmas. And that really is something that makes my Christmas very exciting, because I get to try again Marty's Chicharon, which, by the way, it's Chicharon without the guilt. So I could also be spokesman for Oishi. But really, indeed, and I enjoy it. I share it with my family, and sometimes donate it also to children's foundations, because they enjoy all the stuff made by Oishi. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get this thing going. At this point, let me take the opportunity to acknowledge the previous MAP Management Man of the Year awardees. All the names and pictures of the 44 past awardees will be flashed on the screen. Washington Sisip, Jeronimo Velasco, Henry Brimo, Jose M. Soriano, Cesar Verata, Jaime Ongpin, Vicente Paterno, Dante Santos, Cesar Benaventura, Robert Villanueva, Jaime Zubel de Ayala, Ramon V. Del Rosario Sr., Jose B. Fernandez Jr., Raul T. Concepcion, Oscar J. Helado, Alfonso Tiochenko, Juan B. Santos, David Consunji, Rizalino Navarro, Gabriel Singson, Delphine Lazaro, Henry C. Sr., Oscar M. Lopez, Tony Tan Kak Tiong, Ambassador Chuching Tabuntin, Rafi Benaventura, my boss, Manuel V. Pangilinan, George SKT, Jaime Augusto Zubel de Ayala, Ambassador Joey Quisha, Antonino T. Tony Aquino, of course, Jess Estanislao, Lilia de Lima, Ramon del Rosario Jr., Monsu Aboitis, our hardworking president, Gigi Montenola, Edgar Chua, Ambassador Albert del Rosario, former Governor Sai Titanco Jr., Tessie C. Coson, John Gokongwei Jr., Fernando Zobel de Ayala, Nestor Tan, and of course, our 2020 Map Management Man of the Year, Federico R. Lopez. Now, MAP has been in the forefront of promoting management excellence. MAP has presented the Map Management Man of the Year award for over 5 decades now to recognize outstanding achievements of any individual, whether MAP member or not, who has exceptionally distinguished himself or herself in the practice of management. Our criteria for the award are being flashed on your screen. As most of you know, the search for Map Management Man of the Year involves a very, very tedious process. Only MAP members are eligible to submit their nominations. However, the nominee does not need to be a member of the MAP. Now, to ensure a wide search of potential awardees, the MAP has institutionalized the MMY Search Committee, headed by MAP's immediate past president, to generate and propose nominees for this prestigious award. The nominees then go through a rigid screening by the MMY Judging Committee, which, as provided for in the bylaws of the MAP, is composed of selected past presidents and past awardees. With the exception of the chair and the vice chair, the names and members of the MMY Judging Committee are not announced until such time that the search process has been completed. The MMY Judging Committee selects the most qualified candidate from among the nominees. The MMY Judging Committee's choice is then presented to the MAP Board of Governors for their approval, and eventually to the membership during a MAP General Membership meeting. Fellow members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our awardee this year is the 45th recipient of this award. Now, at this point, and with your indulgence, allow me to acknowledge the members of the MMY Search Committee. Chair is MAP President or immediate past President Francis Lim. Vice Chair is MAP 2019 President Risa Mantarin. Distinguished members of the panel are, or of the committee, are Mr. Popoy Del Rosario, who was president in 2015. My fellow kapatid, president of Maynilad, and president in 2018, Mr. Mon Fernandez. My fellow fraternity brother in UP, Mr. Ed Francisco, president in 2012. My dear compañero, batchmate, but he graduated from the other law school, Attorney Peripe, president in 2016. And of course, former member of our boards, Ms. Marife Zamora, who was president in 2017. We would also like to acknowledge the members of the MMY Judging Committee led by its chair, Mr. Ed Chua. He was MMY in 2013 and MAP president in 2008. We do miss your wisdom as far as oil and gas is concerned, Mr. Chua. And yes, of course, the only lady or only government official that I know who served 5 presidents in succession, my dear friend, the Vice Chair, Attorney Lilia de Lima, who was also MAP Management Woman of the Year in 2010. And we have the members, Mr. Monso Aboitis, who I would think is really enjoying his retirement because the company is in good hands with Sabin. Of course, Mr. Ramon de Rosario, who earlier in the Strat-based Pilipinas conference really gave very provocative suggestions on how we move forward after this pandemic, economically and otherwise. And of course, MAP President in 2005, Mr. Mon Paterno. And of course, we have Mr. Johnny Santos, former Secretary of Trade, Johnny, and of course, he used to be a member of our boards. He was also MAP President in the year 2000. And last but definitely not the least, an old friend, Prime Minister Cesar Virata, MAP Management Man of the Year in 1981. Let's all give them a rousing, virtual and real round of applause, please. That applause, it's a canned applause. I wonder who did that. Maybe the secretariat, you recorded all your clapping. It sounds so synchronized. It's actually good. Can I borrow that for my other shows? Okay, anyway. Now we go to the reading of citation for MAP Management Man of the Year 2021. At this point, let me now call on the chair of the MAP MMY Judging Committee to read the citation for the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpan po natin and let's welcome Mr. Ed Chua.
Thank you very much, Mike, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to read the citation of our MAP Management Man of the Year 2021 awardee. The Management Association of the Philippines confers the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021 award on Ambassador Carlos Chan, Chair, Liwayway Group, for his business acumen and management qualities in transforming a local cornstarch repacking business into an international snack manufacturing company, for being an exemplar of the Filipino entrepreneurial spirit that is globally competitive, for demonstrating patriotism, and for helping enhance the country's image by carrying the Philippine flag with pride in all his business operations abroad, for his leadership role in the substantial contributions of the Liwayway Group to national development through technology improvements, product development, skills training, job creation, and income generation, for his contributions to shaping national values and inspiring others by his outstanding achievements attained from humble beginnings through hard work, perseverance, and discipline, and for setting an example for Filipino managers through a track record of integrity, entrepreneurial excellence, managerial competence, and professional leadership in his management career in both private and public sectors. Awarded on November 22, 2021 in Makati City. Signed, Edgar Ochoa, Chair, MAP MMY Judging Committee, Francisco Ed Lim, Chair, MAP MMY Search Committee, and Aurelio R. Montinola III, MAP President.
Well, thank you very much, President Ed. It's good to see you. It would have been better if we saw each other again in the streets of London. Anyway, congratulations again, Ambassador Chan, and thank you, Ed. We shall now proceed to the actual conferment of the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021 award.
那个时候我们是在菲律宾开始，1975年开始做，后来累积了一些技术啊、经验啊。80年代中心我就开始去中国去考察，可是那个时候不是很开放，好多人就说：“哎呀，中国很难做啊，什么什么，没有钱啊，中国人没有钱。”我就不相信这个。有好几次我去上海的时候，在飞机就是商务舱嘛，只有我一个人。到了92年那个时候，邓小平南巡，我已经有一些朋友在上海就跟我说：“哦，现在你可以进来了。”93年我们就开始在上海投资设厂。我经常跟我们的客户有时候，我们要感谢邓小平，没有邓小平，我们今天不认识，不相识。后来我们就是跟上海小片厂合作嘛，员工他们就是觉得，哦，资本家是不好的，也是有一种意识形态吧，觉得资本家都是要来破设的。那个时候菲律宾派去的那些经理啊，打电话过来说，可能做不下去了。工人的反应就是很强，很多的那种意见吧。我跟他说，你们等等，我过来，我都来跟他们谈，直接谈。后来我们也做了很多那种改革。我觉得他们那个晚上到食堂吃饭很冷，我就给他们安装了那个暖气啊。当时员工的薪水我看了，每个月只有200块的薪水啊，那个时候，所以每一年都增加调整他们的工资，也希望能够增强他们的对我们资方的那种信心吧，让他们相信说我们公司有效益，他们也会有好处。他们后来觉得，资本家也不错啊。我的信仰可能也不只是我的信仰，也这里的华人都是一样的，希望中菲友好。因为我们虽然拿的是菲律宾国籍，可是体内流的还是我们华人的血。年轻的时候中国穷嘛，所以我们也给当地的人有点瞧不起，觉得我们中国人是因为贫穷要投靠到菲律宾来的。 可是现在情况不一样了，中国很发展，我们希望带他们去看看，因为我们觉得也很自豪、很骄傲，改变他们的那种印象。今天的中国是不一样了。
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for the chair of Liwayway Group and the 45th MAP Management Man of the Year, Ambassador Carlos Chan.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for the chair of Liwayway Group and the 45th MAP Management Man of the Year awardee, Ambassador Carlos Chan. Congratulations, Mr. Ambassador, and it's good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ambassador Chan a warm, rousing applause. May we now ask Ambassador Chan to please hold the plaque that the MEP set before him, and I think you're holding it right now. And please, for this part of the program, let's welcome back our presenters for the virtual and photo opportunity. May we call on MAP President Gigi Montinola again, MAP MMY Judging Committee Chair Ed Chua, MMP MMY Search Committee Chair Francis Lim.
On behalf of the Management Association of the Philippines, we are honored to virtually award Ambassador Carlos Chan as the MAP Management Man of the Year 2021. At this point, let us all face the camera for a photo opportunity. Wait, that's a long one. I guess. I think we can continue. Another one, just with the ambassador and his very impressive Management Man of the Year award. Very well deserved, and congratulations again, Ambassador Chan, from the entire MAP members.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations again, Ambassador Chan. It's really good to see you, and I'm really proud to know that you have achieved so many in your lifetime as a business leader, and so proud to be your friend. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, let us now listen to the acceptance speech of Ambassador Carlos Chan.
Distinguished Board of Governors of the Management Association of the Philippines, the Board of Judges, friends and colleagues in MAP, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to all of you. The Management Association of the Philippines is widely known in the business community as a promoter of management excellence, not just within one's company but also for the benefit of the community and the country. To be given an award such as this is truly an honor because our work is recognized to have excelled in doing our share in nation building. MAP President Mr. Gigi Montinola, MAP Judging Committee Chairman Mr. Ed Chua, MAP Search Committee Chairman Attorney Francis Lim, and to all of you, thank you very much for this recognition. I am extremely honored, but this is an award shared by our stockholders, management team, our employees, and most of all, our customers who believe in us and our products. This is truly a pleasant and positive development amid a difficult and challenging time in our world and in our country today, experienced by our fellow Filipinos and all of us gathered here today. Indeed, the challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic has not been easy, but as MAP's themes for 2021, the Great Reset, leading for the common good, states we persevere and we keep on moving forward, not just for our business, but for ourselves, our families, and most of all, for our country. Liwayway Marketing is no stranger to difficult times. Looking back, it started shortly after World War II, when the country was rebuilding from the ruins. Liwayway started a small family business selling ground coffee and cornstarch by my father, Mr. Chanlit, a native of Fujian province who moved to the Philippines in 1914. My father bought laundry starch in bulk from the importer and repacked them into smaller packages and ventured into reselling these products into public market, stamped with the label Liwayway Kaugao, a Tagalog words for dawn. The business flourished and was incorporated as Liwayway Marketing Corporation in 1966. The company soon ventured into the distribution of candles. It was managed by my younger brother Manuel. After the other siblings left the family enterprise to put up their own businesses, one of them is Ben Chan, who founded Ben's, a popular Philippine clothing brand. In 1974, Liwayway Marketing bought a Japanese processing machine and began making prawn crackers and flakes, which we marketed under the Oishi brand, the Japanese word for tasty or delicious. The Liwayway first factory was initially leased in Bulacan, but eventually transferred to a new site in Imus, Cavite for a bigger space and capacity. It was in Cavite where new flavors were introduced and Oishi became one of the country's well-known snack food brand. However, the extremely volatile political situation in the 80s made it difficult for our company to grow. Liwayway started to grow during the 90s under the administration of former President Fidel Ramos. After hearing that from friends about economic liberalization in China, I went there to check the prospect of business. I took advantage of the economic reforms implemented in China under the leadership of Deng Xiaoping, and I entered into cooperative joint venture with two state-owned companies that allowed me to lease their warehouses. It was a big risk to enter a foreign market at the time. We encountered numerous challenges in penetrating the Chinese market, but continuous hard work paid off. Oishi soon became well known and was named Shanghai Famous Brand in 1996. After recognized and declared a China Famous Brand in 2001, I thought of expanding the business to other key cities like Harbin, Kunming, Suzhou, Zhejiang, and Tianjin, all in a span of 5 years. I went simultaneously to Vietnam and Myanmar, and later into Asia's emerging market like Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia. Liwayway also tried to explore other uncharted territories outside of Asia as it built its manufacturing plant in Johannesburg, South Africa in 2015. We were the first Filipino company to invest in this region. Without losing focus in the Philippines market, we also built satellite production facilities in Cagayan de Oro in Mindanao, Cebu, and Iloilo City in Visaya, and Tarlac province to serve the central and northern Luzon region. Our sales in Mindanao grew more when we put up our plant in Cagayan de Oro. This means you are developing an advantage when you put up more distribution points in various regions. Our continued effort to improve our products with aggressive marketing made Oishi a popular snack food able to compete with the best in the international markets. It gave Liwayway pride to bring Filipino products to groceries shelved in other different parts of the world. With the newest addition of production factories in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, and Dhaka in Bangladesh. In recent years, I also helped in bringing the Jeco Donuts franchise to Manila, which now has over 50 branches in the country. The strong work ethics, dedication, and support of everyone have given success to all of our endeavors throughout the years. With great pride, I must share this award, honor, and success with my beloved wife Priscilla, who is my inspiration and strength. She stood by me during the most challenging times of our business. More importantly, she holds the strings of the purse, which without doubt is crucial in the success of a business. I also owe it to my children who unselfishly support and give their best talents and effort for the company to grow, prosper, and compete in the global market. My children, Carson, Archie, Rimby, Larry, Osen, and Sherilyn, are living proof that the third generation can very well continue and grow a family business started by the first and second generation. My wife and children are my priceless treasures, and I thank God for blessing me with a wonderful family. Businessmen usually start small, although they can always dream big. As they say, no dream is considered big, but no dreamer is too small either. You must work hard, be humble, patient, persevering, and always stick with your core values and principles. We now face difficult times because of the pandemic, but I know that Liwayway Marketing will survive because of the perseverance of the strength of heart of everyone in the company. We will remain steadfast in our commitment to achieving our goals towards the progress of both the companies and our country. Let this award serve as an inspiration to everyone in the company and to every Filipino to dream and move to greater heights. This award is not an end but our guiding force to pursue more. Thank you very much and more power to MAP.
Thank you. Thank you very much again, Ambassador Carlos Chan, for that very, very inspiring speech. Patience and perseverance indeed, especially during these times. Mga kasamahan ko sa MAP, another virtual round of applause, please, for Ambassador Carlos Chan. A bit delayed, but it's still okay. Anyway, upon instructions of the chair, I was told to adjourn this meeting. So the meeting is hereby adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Stay safe. Let me greet you in advance. Merry Christmas. I'll be expecting my humongous oishi for Christmas, as always. Thank you and good afternoon. See you next year, hopefully face-to-face. Goodbye.